Hey guys, welcome aboard. I'm so excited about this Miss Kimberly over here joining us for going to be the bold in June. This is one thing huge about in Oklahoma. Usually we either do two bowls and one's in the first of the year and then one's at the end of the year. But June is great time to be having bold, especially with us making a transition, going from an overpriced market where people were buying 30, 40, even up to 75,000 over asking price on properties. Now we're kind of switching to more of what a typical housing market is like, which is phenomenal that we're bringing bold to Oklahoma in June. So I'm excited. Me and Kimberly go back to team leader days. I was a team leader back in the day,
Way back
and
when.
Kimberly was in the realm as well. So we met at I think it was a training that Mark King first started putting on about team leaders. I fell in love with what Kimberly was saying and bringing up in our world, just about how empowering people. So I'm excited that Bold is coming and she's bringing a different spin to Bold. As you guys know, that Bold has been rewrote. So we've had some great Bold coaches in the past bring this new content, but with Kimberly, this is somebody new that's coming to our area, and I'm excited that she's bringing this new content to us. So Kimberly, tell me a little bit about what you're seeing across the globe, pretty much,
Yeah.
in the real estate market, and what kind of things in bold can we expect from you?
Yeah, it's interesting now, and I love that. Thank you. I'm going to take you on the road with me. The interesting thing we're seeing right now is, well, there's two pieces, right? There are people who are new to the industry, brand new, where this gets them a foundation. There's people who've been in the business for the last 4 to 5 years who have never had the skill set of the conversations that are required coming up. So they're going to get one of two things. They're going to get either overlooked on a listing or a buyer due to the fact that they don't know how to have the conversations. They're not prepared for it. Or they're going to get overwhelmed or just exhausted by having to figure this out on the fly. And we know the best people to practice on is not our clients. Then if I look at the megas in the room who are either running teams, building teams, they're trying to keep everything moving, is sometimes for them the biggest thing for them is, how am I leading my group to stay on task? Because Michael, let's be really clear here. We might be building business in June and July. I'm looking at filling the pipeline for the entire year because I don't know about you. I've been on a real estate roller coaster and they are not the fun ones. I'd rather go to
No,
the fun ones that I get to go on, not the real estate one. And that's what we're going to see in June and July. You guys are getting your spring market, right? You're getting to that. And you go, oh, Kimberly, I'm a little bit busy. Well, you're never too busy to fill everything for the pipeline. What if in 6 weeks, because that's what Bold is now, 6 weeks you were able to set your entire pipeline to hit your goals this year? Because what
true,
we found out
true.
last year is majority of people didn't even do one, 72% of people didn't do one transaction, and majority of people didn't hit their goals. So that's why we're looking at this. Why now? Why June? Why this? It's to keep you on track. And that's the big piece we want.
True, true. And why not, hit what we want to hit now instead of waiting until the last minute of the year saying, I didn't hit my goals when, we can do this in June and, okay, August comes around, October comes around. Okay, I'm still doing business. I'm flowing. I'm off of that, kind of scary roller coaster. And we're kind of on the little glide of the
Yeah.
roller coaster. I definitely
It's a
like that.
small world. I like to call it that one, not the Mount Everest. It's the small world type of thing. Yeah. And here's
Yeah.
a question I would ask everybody who's, on the fence deciding to do this is, when October of last year showed up and you looked at where you were in your goals, were you on track or were you like ready to start setting goals for the next year?
Okay.
Because
Well, that's a good
sometimes
way
what
to
I
look at it.
find agents do is they go, I've got time, I've got time, I've got time. And then they hit the end of the year and they go, oh, snap, I don't have any more time.
Yeah.
And in all reality, anytime we hit a goal, we gain confidence, we gain energy, we gain momentum. And every time we don't hit a goal, we start to question who and why we do what we do. And honestly,
True.
this is a business of unlimited potential and income, and we want to tap into that. That's what we do in Bold. That's what we will do in Bold.
Love it. And I love how, you said, preparing for the end of the year because a lot of agents forget that we run in 90-day increments. And what we're doing today is going to show up in 90 days from now. So in June and July, it's going to be showing up in November, October, November, and all that kind of stuff. So let's get this year off with this bold and knock it and crush it out. So when 2026 rolls around, take what we learned in June and keep moving forward with 2026 and
Yeah,
on.
because as the market does shift, that 90 days starts to get extended as well. If it's taking them longer to make a decision, it's taking them longer to use you, it's going to take them longer to get closed. Yeah.
Sure.
Love it.
So
Thank
Kimberly,
you.
I do appreciate you jumping on here with me. So if you're available on June 11th, it's just first step of bold. Make sure you click the link below and comment the word bold. I'll send you a private link just so you guys can be able to get registered for the first step. This is life changing.
Yeah.
Bold is one of my favorite classes because it's not so much of a real estate or a business class. It's a life changing class of how we think and how we do. I've had agents in my own market centers that have had life circumstances come up while they're taking bold, and all of a sudden that life circumstance doesn't come into play, and it's pretty much wiped clean
Right.
from them just focusing on them and what's best for their business. So sign up today, Kimberly. I'm excited to see you here in Tulsa
Me too.
come June. Yeah, so
My first time to Tulsa. Let's go.
let's do this.